Hi, art seekers. We are here in the heart of West Hollywood with amazing Renaissance artist Ben Phen, who is a photographer and a designer and an actor. And what am I forgetting?
A vintage store owner.
Oh my God. A very impressive roster. Thank you so much for being here. And if you can see in the background, one of his works is slightly behind us. So I am wondering, as a Renaissance man, how is it different working in digital and media design and working on the street?
Gosh, well, I've always been like very creative and like I just kind of have an idea and it fits within like a certain media. I feel like my work like lately, I guess, has been digitally inspired a lot. So some of the things I'm wearing, some of the things that Lizy's wearing. Some of the work that you see here is sort of just me playing around with colors, shapes, and like a lot of kind of background ideas of like futurism, tribalism, a lot of kind of like ancient ritualistic art. We're trying to bring it into the future. Not easy to be a painter, I can say that for sure, but it's not as easy as just putting a brush to the canvas. You know?
And anything can be your canvas, which is so cool. The
Yeah.
street, an electrical box,
Yes.
a caftan, anything.
Yes.
So it's great that you can translate your graphic energy into
I
any
hope so.
form that you want.
Yeah.
So when did you start working on the streets?
Well, this project was really special. There's actually two boxes. There's one here on La Cienega in Santa Monica. There's one just up the street on like Kings, I think it's Kings in Santa Monica. And really this was a project that my friend Mark Kramer, who worked for the city of West Hollywood, he was just kind of on this quest to bring more like up-and-coming artists to the city and the streets and basically like people's awareness. So he asked me about concepts for this. We came up with the idea of taking over the boxes that are on the street. Worked with the city council, who was amazing, and they actually funded the project for this. So it's street art in a sense, but we didn't want it to be like guerrilla street art. We wanted it to be like this is a public commissioned kind of thing. The idea of putting your work out in public, not inside of a building. Or I love doing the gallery thing. I think that's all fun and good, but like this project really put me out in the streets.
What about electrical boxes inspires you?
Well, it was kind of, it started out as being like just a space that was owned by the city that you could work on, and we've seen it done, you know, with street artists just kind of taking over boxes. But then there was also, reading into it, the thing was called Project View, and that was something where we wanted to give the city, like, the people of the city, like, this is your city, this is about you, this is about, like, an individual connecting to the community, so that you became, like, community, unity, utility, like, all these, like, U words kind of came together, but then also the idea of electricity, like, you see the hands on the boxes are connected, and there's kind of, like, sparks coming out of the hands, so it's about, like, connection, it's about, I guess, the electricity of the soul and spirit of the city. So you can take it further than that, but I feel like when you work with an object, especially that's already there, you have to feel what that object is actually communicating and what it stands for. So
Absolutely, you have to honor the object and create some kind of synthesis between your vision and the surface that you are working on.
exactly.
And I think yours is really successful. Your work in general is just so electric, and it's really appropriate that it would be on the surface of an electrical box.
I hope so. I think, yeah, I love color, obviously. I love, like, just kind of going all out with, but not, like, in a garish way or not trying to be, like, tacky, I guess, but just taking color and just trying to make it modern. And there's a lot of color in this city, and there's a lot of rainbows everywhere, of course. But
So you have to stand out.
so you have to stand out amongst all the multicolored things. But yeah, bringing color is so important. I think it brings, like, I have people that jog by these boxes on a daily basis, and they're like, I just always feel like so like alive and so refreshed when I come by your piece, because it's like, you know, it's a bright color in my day, and I would have never had that shock of color, you know, coming by me. So it puts it in their face. I think it brings a possibility that like, you know, I can be creative in my life. Like I can do things like maybe I want to paint my wall like a crazy color, you know, in my house, or maybe I want to like wear sparkly shoes today, or like whatever. So if it does that, then I'm happy, you know. Bringing life to people. I think that's what it's about.
I do too.
So,
that's the greatest gift that you could do for anyone.
thank you.
So I read that you survived a hate crime on the streets, and I'm wondering if working on the streets it has been a cathartic way for you to process and empower yourself in the wake of that experience.
You know, I really didn't connect that in my mind, but that's a really amazing observation. Yeah, in 2012, I was attacked on the streets in broad daylight around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It was really bizarre. Basically, just like this car pulled up, a bunch of guys got out. They had baseball bats, and they just basically started just beating me like crazy. But it really made me feel very vulnerable, I guess, and it made me just a reality check, you know, because I think it was just a connection, maybe subconsciously. But, you know, as you say, it's like putting it on the streets is kind of like a direct response to say, we're here, you know, whoever you are, you have the right to be who you are. So I guess in a sense, it's like a peaceful response to a lot of the negativity that's out there.
That's really beautiful. Last question, are you going to miss this caftan because I'm never taking it off?